We're moving ahead on working on setting goals for 2020. Last week we talked a lot about understanding accountability within goals. And before that we talked about a simple acronym called SMART, defining specific measurable goals that you can work on. Over the years, as we've been working on goals within our organization, I can remember back in the days when we set some really huge stretch goals for our sales team. And when we first started discussing it, it was such a big stretch that it was kind of a difficult thing to wrap your head around. And how are we actually going to achieve this? And one of the things that we learned through those processes was a big, hairy, audacious goal. And you'll hear that referenced in a lot of business books and a lot of business philosophy as a BeeHAG, a big, hairy, audacious goal, is understanding how you can break that down into smaller steps. So when we had our big goal, our big audacious goal, we had to break that down into very small steps, into small projects. Because when you look at a big number, when you look at something like that, it can be a little scary or it can be a little intimidating. But if you start thinking down in terms of the small incremental steps that it's going to take to get there, then it suddenly becomes more achievable. In our goal of our sales goal, we thought in terms of smaller projects that built up to the larger goal or the larger sum. In maybe a goal for physical activity, think small. If I can start in these smaller increments, I can build up to something larger. Don't try to bite off more than you can chew at the very beginning, because then you're going to defeat yourself before you get started. It's all about finding very small incremental ways to build towards a larger goal. You can do more research on it. You can search up Big Hairy Audacious Goal. Big Hairy Audacious Goals can only be accomplished if you understand the small incremental steps and the things that have to be true in order to get there. Have a great week.